Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you Olivia Gregg?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're here at Ellis County District Court, case number 2023 CR 248, State of Kansas versus Olivia Gregg. We're here for a first appearance today. Miss Gregg, did you get served a copy of your warrant?
Yes, Your Honor.
I can read that warrant word for word on the charges that have been filed, or if you generally understand what you're charged with, I can just summarize those. How do you wish to proceed?
You can summarize it. I understand very well.
Okay. Count one, you are charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. That's with, that is a level 6 non-person felony. If you are convicted of that charge, you could face up to $100,000 in fine and minimum jail time or Department of Correction time, 17 months, all the way up to 46 months. The low end of that is presumptive probation. Count two is transporting an open container. That's an unclassified misdemeanor, carries a penalty of jail time up to 30 days and a maximum fine of $500. Count three is no proof of motor vehicle liability insurance. That's a class B non-person misdemeanor, jail up to 6 months, fine up to $1,000. Count four is failure to stop at a stop sign. That is a traffic infraction of the fine up to $500. You understand what you've been charged with, Ms. Gregg?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a right to an attorney. You have a right to a trial in this matter. What are your plans for an attorney? Do you plan to hire one, or do you plan on applying for a court appointed?
A court appointed attorney.
Okay. The jail's got the paperwork, so if you fill that out, the court can review that, and if you qualify, we'll appoint you an attorney, all right?
Okay.
Looks like bond is set at $5,000 in this matter. Mr. Rutherford, do you want this set for a status or a preliminary hearing?
The status would be preferable until she gets an attorney, and we can always reschedule a preliminary if we need to.
Okay, very well. We'll set this matter for a status, Ms. Gregg. Get that application in so an attorney can be appointed if you qualify, and we can get this case going. Do you have any other questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. That's all that I have for you.
Thank you.
So, yeah. You're done. It's Blackwood.
Sir, what is your name?
Daniel Blackwood.
All right, Mr. Blackwood, we're here at Ellis County District Court, case number 2023 CR 300006, State of Kansas versus Daniel Blackwood. We're here for a first appearance, Mr. Blackwood. Have you been served a copy of your warrant?
Yes, I have.
I can read that warrant for you word to word on the counts that have been charged, or if you generally understand the charges, I will just summarize those. How do you wish me to proceed?
All right. I generally understand it.
Okay. Count one, you've been charged with aggravated indecent liberties with a child, a severity level 3 person felony that carries a possible term in prison of 55 months up to 247 months. All of that is presumptive prison. That is a fine up to $500,000. Count two, indecent liberties with a child, a severity level 5 person felony that carries a potential penalty of 31 months in prison, up to the 136 months in prison. The low end of that is a border box. Count three, sexual exploitation of a child, a severity level 3 person felony that carries a potential penalty of 55 months up to 247 months imprisonment. All that is presumptive imprisonment up to a $500,000 fine. And I think I didn't tell you, count two, that would be up to $300,000 fine in count two. Count four, electric solicitation. That is a level 3 person felony. Again, potential penalty is 55 months up to 247 months in prison. All that is presumptive imprisonment up to $500,000 fine. You understand what you've been charged with, Mr. Blackwood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bond looked like it was set at $50,000. Looks like you have applied for court-appointed counsel. That has been approved. I don't believe they've got your attorney appointed yet, but they will soon. You'll be informed of the attorney that's been appointed for you. Mr. Rutherford, you want a status or preliminary in this matter?
This is Mr. Anderson's case, so I'm gonna ask for a status, given I don't really know what he's planning on doing with his case at this time.
Okay, very well. Mr. Blackwood, status will be scheduled with the attorney that's been appointed for you, and then that's how the case will proceed. Do you have any questions today?
Is there any chance of getting out on an OR or a court services bond by chance? Because I
When you
have a
get-
job and I have dogs and stuff like that outside and whatnot.
Get-
and-
If, when you get your attorney appointed, talk to them, they can file a motion and they can be brought before the court, okay?
Okay.
All right. Anything further then?
Not
Nothing.
really, not for me.
That's all we have for you today. Thank you.
That's it. That's right.
What is your name, sir?
Band.
All right, this is Ellis County case 2023 CR 3000013, state of Kansas versus John Robert Band Jr.
Yes, sir.
Mr.
We
Band,
can go
we're
ahead
here-
and, we can go ahead and waive the reading of the charges, Your Honor.
Okay, well, I'll just
So-
summarize real quick here for you, Mr. Band. You charged count one, unlawful possession of methamphetamine, drug severity level 5.
Yes,
Felon-
sir. I know the charges. We can waive the reading if you'd like.
I've just got to go through this real quick for you.
Yeah.
That's not a potential penalty, 10 months in prison, up to 42 months in prison. Low end of that is presumptive probation. That is up to $100,000 fine. Class B or count 2, possession of drug paraphernalia. Class B, non-person misdemeanor, up to 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Count 3, criminal trespass, B, non-person misdemeanor, up to 6 months in jail, up to $1,000 fine. And you
Yes.
understand you've been charged with, Mr. Band?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it looks like you've applied for counsel. That's been approved.
Yes.
Clerk's office is just trying to figure out who's next on the list to represent you.
I have a pending lawyer in my other case. If you just want to use him, that's fine.
Okay. If they're on the list, they'll probably be appointed to you on this case.
Excuse me, Judge.
Yes.
His attorney in his other cases were for misdemeanor, and that attorney won't be able to take this new case with the new charges of being felony. So he probably will be appointed another attorney.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
All right, you understand that, Mr. Ban?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll get the new attorney appointed in this matter. Mr. Rutherford, status or preliminary hearings?
Status would be preferable, until we know who his attorney is.
We'll get that attorney appointed. We'll get this set for a status and get the case going. You have any other questions, Mr. Band?
Yeah, how far out for status?
It'll depend on who's appointed and kind of what their schedule is.
All right, Mr. Rutherford, if you have time, I would like to talk to you. Pro se.
All right, so that's all that we have for you today, Mr. Band. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, you're Jawan Allen?
Yes.
Okay. We're here at Ellis County Court, case number 2023 CR 3000010, state of Kansas versus Jawan Antonio Allen. We're here for a first appearance. Mr. Allen, have you been served with a warrant?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I can read that warrant to you word for word, or if you generally understand the charges that have been filed against you, I can just summarize that. How do you want me to proceed?
You can summarize it. It's fine.
All right. Count 1, you're charged with unlawful tampering with electronic monitoring equipment. That is a level 8 non-person felony. Penalty for that is up to, or minimum of 7 months in prison, up to 23 months in prison. Sorry, there we go. And that is up to $100,000 fine. Count 2, interference with law enforcement. It's a level 9 non-person felony. Minimum sentence is 5 months up to 17 months in prison. The low end of that is presumptive probation, up to $100,000 fine. Count 3, criminal threat, a severity level 9 person felony. That is carries a penalty of minimum 5 months up to 17 months imprisonment. The low end of that is presumptive probation. Count 4, fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer, class B, non-person misdemeanor, up to 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Count 5, criminal trespass, class B, non-person misdemeanor, up to 6 months in jail, up to $1,000 fine for that. And count 6, driving while suspended a second time, a class A misdemeanor, up to 1 year in jail, up to $2,500 fine for count 6. You understand what the charges have been filed against you?
Yes.
Okay. You have a right to an attorney. You have a right to a trial. Looks like you filled out the application for an attorney. You've been approved for court-appointed attorney. The clerk's office just does not have the name of that attorney at this point. Mr. Rutherford, status or preliminary hearing in this matter?
This is being prosecuted by Mr. Anderson. I would ask for a status at this time until he decides what route he wants to go.
Very well. So, Mr. Allen, we will set this matter for a status. An attorney, the name of the attorney will get to you, and that's how we're going to proceed in this matter. Do you have any questions?
What's the status?
That's where the attorneys will inform the court kind of where the case is and what the next step would be in your matter. So what the next hearing would be.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Allen. That's all that we have for you today.
All right. Thank you.